Okay, so we can start now. Your question is, so your first question, Pranjal, how do you usually spend your weekends?
Um, Basically, hi and ma'am, I get any weekends. I spent the whole day with very happily because when I get my weekend, I go to outside and I enjoyed with my friends, and I arranged a party in weekends and chill with my friends. Also, we are travel from one area to another area in our city, and I
Okay,
spend a lot of time.
okay. Just remember part one, it's a short answer.
Okay.
Okay. And yeah, I forgot to ask you to introduce yourself first before we start. So can we do that before I give you the second question? Introduce about your name and then why you are interested to take IELTS and which country do you go you want to study or if it's for your studies.
Uh, Ma'am, my name is Pranjal Chaudhary, and I am from Chittagong, which is located in the southeast part of Bangladesh. And I am an software engineer. I basically I want to take IELTS exam for my abroad study, higher study, and I want to go in Canada for my higher education.
Okay. Did you say you want to pursue your higher masters? You're
Yes,
taking
yes, ma'am.
master's degree?
Masters.
Oh, okay. All right. Sounds good. So now your second question. And you love to come to Canada too.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, nice. Do you have like a specific city that you want to?
Basically, I not like that, but I especially selected two university, University of Manitoba and University of Alberta. These two university basically I choose for first priority. Then I planning to another. If I get this university get offer letter, then I want to admit there.
Okay. So University of Manitoba and one is a university in
Strong
Alberta.
Alberta.
Mhm. Sorry. Okay. Let me just check. All right. So now your next question. And remember, part one, short answer. All right.
Okay.
Maybe three, four sentences if they're short. Which which is your favorite part of the weekend?
My favorite part is in weekend is traveling and spending with my family and friends. Spending time with
Okay.
my family and friends.
Okay. Sounds good. Now, next question. Do you think weekends are long enough? So, weekends, for example, a Friday, Saturday, Sunday, or sometimes it's extended.
No, ma'am. Because weekend must be short. Because if I get a long time weekend, we become boring, and I become boring, and I cannot focus my work also.
Okay. So, let's do your last question for your part one, and then we'll move to part two, which is cue card.
Okay.
Okay. All right. So, we have Rashid Iqbal. Now, last question for part one. How important do you think it is to have free time at the weekends?
Please, madam, tell me again. I,
Oh,
I
yeah,
cannot hear you
sure,
properly.
sure. How important do you think it is to have free time at the weekends?
There are many important things in weekend, because in weekend we can do many activities like tree plantation, social working, and helping the poor people. And we spend a long time with our family, because we do not get much time to give them. For that, it is important, we need to give our effort in the weekend.
Okay, just a tip, Ranjal. So the question was how important. When you get this kind of question, your answer would be, it is very important, it's not very important, or it's less important. So, and then you will support why. And you said, it's because, and then, for example, and that's it. So, how important? Remember, you can answer like very important, not very important, or it is definitely important, something like that. Okay,
Okay, ma'am.
just just a tip. Now let's move to, let me greet Rashid first. Rashid, are you there? You are muted. Okay. Hi, Rashid. Welcome. So I wonder if I locked the meeting already or not yet. Rashid, you have to come back. Okay. So because I locked the meeting and nobody can join now because it's already 12:20 here. So we'll just prepare your questions. Oh, Pranjal, you have questions, right? Prepared? Because I'm gonna ask you to be uh, Iqbal's Rashid's examiner after. Now I'm gonna send this. Um, I'm gonna send this for your cue card, Ranjal. I'm sending it to our group. Did you see it? Did you see it?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. I
Yes,
get the cue cut.
we can see
Okay.
that.
Rashid, can I ask you to set your timer for Pranjal for 1 minute preparation and 2 minutes for
Okay.
speaking? I'll step out for a bit and I'll be right back. Okay?
Okay.
Okay, please. So 1 minute and then two
Okay.
minutes.
Pranjal, your
Yes.
time has been started.
Okay,
You
okay,
have
okay.
1 minute. Your time is over.
Okay.
Now you have 2 minutes for the cue card.
Okay. Can I
You
start?
can start now. Yeah, yeah.
Okay. My hometown is Chittagong, which is located in the southeast part of Bangladesh. It is a very beautiful city, and in our city there have a different type of people and different service, different type of people. Some people doing the business, and some people do service holder. Some people are service holder. They are have a various type of climates, and the Chittagong is the beautiful city, and there have the mountain, sea, and many natural resources. Every year, many tourists are coming here for the traveling, and there is a very beautiful spot also, and it is a very in our city, the summer, winter, and spring are basically summer, winter, and the spring season are situated are stay in our city. In rainy season, our city is very beautiful because that time we get many beautiful lakes, and we get many we are traveling very beautiful spot like Rangamati, Khagrachuri, and Bandarban, which are located in the Chittagong. In the summer season, we are traveling in the Cox's Bazar because that time the
Okay.
place is
Your
very
time is
beautiful.
over.
What?
Your time is over now. Your
Okay,
two
okay,
minutes
okay, okay.
time is over.
Okay, guys. Pranjal, how did you feel? How do you feel right now about your speaking?
Basically, because I do not practice a long day. That's why I face some problem when I am talking in English. So I need to practice more, and then I can start again newly.
Yeah, don't worry. This is a practice. That's why I'm providing this platform so that those who are still practicing, you have the platform that you can build your confidence. Because we experience, all of us, we experience um, practicing or speaking a second language for the first time, right?
Yes, yes, ma'am.
And it's normal to feel nervous. It's normal to not to know what to say next. That's pretty normal. But don't worry. Um, if you practice more and more, the more you practice, the more you get your confidence and the more you get better, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so let's if you have questions, if you have IELTS questions, part one and part two and part three, Pranjal, can you be an examiner for Rashid? And you can ask part one questions first, like 5 questions, and then we'll give Rashid a cue card also. Is that okay?
Okay, ma'am. I asked him to question for part one.
Yes, yes.
Okay,
What you have prepared, for example, if you have a book, if you have a
okay,
digital
ma'am.
copy, okay. You can just read it from your book or from your digital copy.
Okay. Um. Yes. Rashid Iqbal. What is your full name?
My name is Rashid Iqbal.
Okay. How can I call you?
You can call me Rashid.
Where are you from?
I'm from Shariatpur, which is under Dhaka region, and it's a beautiful district.
Okay. Are you student or job? Student or service holder?
I'm currently a student, and I have just completed my bachelor degree in Noakhali Science and Technology University.
Okay. Why you are taking IELTS exam?
I'm taking IELTS exams for my master's degree in abroad, and I want higher quality of education. So that's why I'm taking IELTS exams.
Okay. Do you like music?
Yeah, yes, I like music. I often listen so many music. I usually I like Bangla songs very much. Sometimes I listen English also.
Okay. Do you often like to listen to music?
Yes, I often listen music, and there are several favorite music bands in Bangladesh, and I usually listen these songs.
Okay. When do you listen to music?
Uh, Basically, I don't listen music in every time. Uh, when I am traveling in one place to another or in a public transport, I usually listen music, and when I have some free time, then this time I just listen music for refreshment.
Okay, okay. How much time do you spend
Please
listening to music
give me.
every day?
Okay, just a moment, Pranjal.
Okay.
Also, I think that's already good for part one questions.
Hello,
And
sorry for the.
we'll, no problem, Rashid. So now we can move on to Rashid's cue card. Do you have some cue card prepared there too, Pranjal?
Basically, ma'am, no, ma'am. I have no prepared because this is first time. That's why I do not
Do you
have
have
any
any Cambridge
prepared
book?
right now.
You can just take a picture from there.
No problem. I can provide. So don't worry. I'll send to our group.
Okay.
So let me just have a look. I need more glasses because I can't see.
We all have glasses.
Oh yeah, I just noticed. Oh, and I just noticed, guys, you are in the same, live in the same country, right?
Yes,
Yes,
yes.
ma'am.
You're from Bangladesh.
Bangladesh, and Pranjal's from Chittagong, and you Rashid is from
I'm from Shariatpur.
Shariput.
Shariatpur.
Sorry. Okay, I have to
Okay,
read
no
it like
problem.
in a written form. Sorry. Okay. I can't find, just give me a moment here. Two card, where are you? It's not coming yet. Okay, there we go. So the question, I'm not sure if you are in the same group. Rashid, talk about a leisure activity that you would like to do. Please say, what
Acha,
is it?
leisure activity.
Leisure.
Yes, ma'am.
Uh,
Leisure.
do you have any pictures?
Yeah, I just sent it. Just a moment.
Okay.
Please
Oh, I
check
don't
the
find.
group.
It's not
You don't see it?
not here in the group.
Okay, maybe in, how about that? No, sorry.
I got it.
Oh, you got it. Okay, that's good. So I'll give you 1 minute preparation. Oh, I want you, Pranjal, to set your timer for 1 minute preparation for Rashid. Can you do that for me, please?
Okay, man.
Thank you.
Okay, Rashid, you, your time is stopped. Okay, your time is up.
Okay.
Now start.
Okay. There are a lot of leisure activity I do in often. Uh, though I like to gossip with my friends and or my family in the leisure time, and I usually spend most of the time with them in my leisure time. I usually do this kind of things in the evening. I went to there is a river besides besides my house, and I go with my friends there and walk and I go with my friends there, and we talk about things, and we gossip there. We sat beside the river and gossip many gossips about many topics, and we had a great times there. We had a great time there, and we spent a couple of times, and sometimes we play. Sometimes we just sit and talk, and sometimes we are walking, and we walked, and this is how I spend most of the time in leisure, and I sometimes I do this with my family. I walked with them and in the evening or in the evening or at night time. Which was the leisure time. I spent most of the time with my family, and pass my time about talking with them, and or cooking something for my family,
Time
and
up. Time.
that's how I spend the most of the time.
Okay, time's up. All right. So how did you feel, Rashid?
Okay, I don't know if you give me some feedback, I think that will be better.
Okay, about feedback, maybe I'll do that next time because I didn't really uh, take note or like listen. I just listen like how you perform, but I did not really try to find something that I can say that I could say. The only thing that I also, well, I noticed something about you kind of repeatedly mention about leisure time, leisure
Yeah,
time. But yeah, but that's fine because that's our topic, right? But for other words, for example, it's better to if you think that you're gonna repeat it for more than 2 times, find something that's
Similar
let's say,
words.
a synonym to that
Okay.
word. Okay, so leisure, for example, you can say free time. I know you mentioned pastime, to pass my time, to but just it's not only limited to that word, but for other words also, if
Okay.
you know what I mean. All right, guys. So let's move on to part three questions. I'll just give you three questions each, and then we'll finish up.
Okay.
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 So I'll give you questions randomly, not like, okay, this, I'll pick Pranjal now and then Rashid after. Um, I'll just say, okay, this question is for this, and then next question is for this, but you won't know. It's just like a random thing. Okay. Questions. Okay, part three. I'll pick you randomly. Okay. All right. This question is about friendship. Do you think it's possible to form a friendship with someone from a different generation? The question is for Pranjal.
Okay, ma'am. Yes, it is possible. In different generation can make the friendship, because friendship is a very beautiful thing. It makes the close to closer in one people to another people. And I think that the different generation and old generation can make the friendship with new young generation. It is make a very beautiful movement, and they can sharing their personal opinion to each other. And it is whenever we meet a new generation, we want to learn many things for them. But if we make the friendship, they can easily take our habit and our which we want to learn them. So I think it is possible to make friendship in different generation.
Okay, sounds good. I just want to point out when you said about from one people to another people. So, what do you think is the correct thing to say?
Basically, I want to tell that one people means young generation, and another people is
Okay,
old generation.
yes, yes. But do you think it's not correct when you say one people to another people? One people to another people. It's not correct. So Rashid,
One
can you
person
say
to
something?
another person.
Okay, very good. There you go. So it's supposed to be, so instead of saying one people, because people is plural, right?
Plural.
So you say one person to another. That's good. All right. So next question. The same question for Rashid. Do you think it's possible to form a friendship with someone from a different generation?
Okay. I think it's one person's personality. It depends on one person's personality, or it can possible. I think if we look at our family, we have a very good bonding, and there is so much there in the world. There are a lot of people. If we at the age of when people get old age, they are seem to be alone, and they want to someone to talk, and if they find someone then from their age, like young people, if they find, they try to talk with them, and make a bonding with them. And I think that's make a good friendship between them. So I think it is possible to make a friendship with a different generation.
All right. Sounds good. Now, for our next question, and this topic is about watching films or movies. Okay?
Okay.
So, what is the difference between watching a film in the cinema and watching a film at home? Question for Rashid.
Okay. If we there is always a difference, of watching cinema at hall or and watching cinema at home. If I watch a cinema in hall, a movie in a hall, in a cinema hall, then we can watch the movie in a large screen, and we can enjoy the time with our friends and colleagues, and we get some popcorns with us and enjoy the time. And we if and in the other hand, if we look at if we want to if we see the cinema at home, we usually watch the cinema alone, and it's also pleasurable to us to watch the cinema alone. But it has the two different kinds of view, or two different kinds of feelings for people.
Okay, good. Now, question for Pranjal. The same question, Pranjal. What is the difference between watching a film in the cinema and watching a film at home?
Yes, ma'am. There has many difference between the watching cinema hall and watching in home, because firstly, we can concentrate our main topics in movie. We concentrate the movie in cinema hall, because in cinema hall the movement is silently, and we can concentrate the movie's main topic. But we cannot but however we cannot concentrate the main topics in home, because they have some noise, and in cinema, secondly, the in cinema hall the sound was very good, and we can hear properly. But in home we cannot concentrate and we cannot hearing the movie sound is properly. For that, sometimes we missing some topics or some sentence from the film. And in the cinema. And thirdly, cinema hall is is a chillful place, and we can enjoying there with our friends and family. But in home we cannot watching properly, because the baby and children are making very noise. That's why we cannot watching the movie properly. That's why I think there have some difference.
Okay, I think you really get that. You got a lot of good points there, Pranjal, about the noise of the baby and children. And that is true. That is true. It's very real. Yeah. Anyways, I want to point out also when you say in home, and I think this is not just Pranjal. I think this is a common mistake for IELTS students. Instead of saying at home, they say in home. Do you agree with me, Rashid?
Yes, I did some mistakes, this kind this
You
kind of.
do you do this too in home instead of saying at home?
I don't
uh,
remember now.
at
Oh,
home, ma'am.
well, yeah, I didn't also pay attention, I think, for you for your when you answered the question. So it's always at home,
At home,
not
right?
in home. And when you say I go home, you don't say I go in home, and you don't also say I go at home. You just say home. I go home. I'll go home. Okay.
Okay.
Another thing, Pranjal, your pronunciation of film. Film.
Flame,
Yeah, it's
flame,
not phlegm.
flame.
No, it's fee, fee. Say fee.
Fee.
Yes. And
Flim.
then fee,
Flame.
no.
Flame.
Film.
Film.
Flame. Flame.
You have to work on that, Pranjal. What about you, Rashid? Do you have a problem with that?
Film.
Yeah, you are. Yeah, that's correct. So you can copy that, Pranjal. Instead of film, it's film.
Film.
Flame.
Film, not film. No, no.
Flame.
Okay, you work on that practice, but don't worry. Practice is not like you get perfect the next day. We know that all of us, we need time to practice and get better and better. Now, last question for you guys. Maybe I'll give you both of you different questions. But what I'm gonna do for this last question, you use your reactions. You see the reactions at the bottom, and then when you think that you want to answer the question first from the two of you, uh, then whoever whoever would show me the first, whoever the first one that can show me the like this, okay, the raise hand icon.
Race.
Yeah, whoever can show me that, the first that can show me the raised hand icon will be the one who would answer. And then the one who is not, then I'll give that one a more difficult question. Okay, so just to motivate you guys to be faster, to get faster to raise your hand. Did you get it, Pranjal?
Okay, ma'am.
When you hear the question and you think, okay, I want to answer it first, and it's either the last one, the slower one would get a a harder question or easier question. Okay,
Okay, ma'am.
just
Okay.
just for a game. All right, so question, ready?
Yes.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, do you think that everyone, okay, I repeat, do you think that everyone should learn to swim? Go. Okay, the first one was Rashid. All right, so answer the question, Rashid.
Okay. I think everyone should learn about swim. Because swimming is it's one kind of a very beautiful thing, and if you learn that, it will help in many ways. And for example, if you travel by a boat to go somewhere, or if you need to go if you need to if you have any accidents, you can easily cross or swim. But if you don't know how to swim, then you will go down in the water. In the other hand, swimming is a very good exercise, and it helps us to make a beauty make a uh, good body, and give us very good strength. And I think it should be learned by everyone.
Okay, okay, Rashid. So, okay, I noticed something. This is about word collocation. You know what is a word collocation?
I don't
No,
know.
ma'am.
Word collocation is like two words that go together. For example, you say heavy smoker, or um, there are so many. Anyways, so when you said good body, so what do you think is a better word for when you say, because you
Uh,
were thinking about exercise, swimming is a good exercise.
right.
So what do you think is the better way to say it?
It make us is strong.
Uh-huh. Yeah, strong. Yeah, when you say good body, the good and the body there is not doesn't really
Yeah,
go
yeah.
together, right?
It's not
So you can maybe you can say
good health, right?
good health, or better health, for example, or good in good shape. You will be in good shape. All right.
Right.
So those are word collocations, but there are so many. Anyways, now for Pranjal's turn, I did not mention this, but it would be Rashid who will give a question to for the last question to Pranjal. And you can choose whether you like to give him a an easy question, part three question, or a difficult part three question.
Okay. Okay. I have a question in front of me. Okay. So, do you think that the way people use the internet may change in the future?
Please tell me again. I cannot hearing.
Okay. Do you think that the way people use the internet may change in the future?
Okay. Yes. It is possible, and because internet is the very important things in our life, we can get easily many information from our daily life from that, and we can get knowledge from that, and we I think that the internet basically used for getting knowledge and getting information, and how nowadays internet are using in very important things like and in recent year we get also a very beautiful apps is chat gpt. We can get very useful knowledge and very important logic from that, uh, and when in previous we cannot get any information properly and we need to read a lot of book, but nowadays we do not need any reading any book. We just searching in the internet and we get the knowledge. For that we can get more knowledge and we can implement that in our technology, and it is making the people too faster, and they make some new things and sharing their knowledge with other other people. So I think it is possible to
Okay,
change
Pranjal.
this.
Thank you very much. So I encourage you guys to watch the video, because then that's the the best way to improve yourself. When you hear you speak, how you speak, and you can also um, you can notice, it's easier for you to notice the mistake and why. It's only you guys know why did you make that mistake, why did you say that particular thing, which is, for example, you say, um, it should be this, it should be not that, I shouldn't say that, right? So and then you want, because you see it, you want to improve it. It's not like someone else saying, telling you, oh, this one, and then you feel like, no, that was right, it was correct. But when you see it yourself, then it's more likely that you want to improve that mistake. Or if there's I know we recognize that there is always room for improvement, even though we feel like, oh, I did well in that speaking. Okay, guys.
Okay.
All right. And another thing that I want to point out for Pranjal, I think you have a habit of answering the question in a longer, the length is just, you can improve that, no question about it. So try to improve how you answer part one questions. should be shorter. Also, part three questions. It's long. It's longer than part one, but ideally 45 seconds is enough for part three questions. So you can listen to yourself and maybe you can time. You can time yourself when you answer the question. If it's longer than 45 seconds, then try to make it shorter. Okay? And practice is really, it's, you will get better and better. But don't feel discouraged if the next day you don't improve. That's pretty normal. We don't improve overnight. Okay, guys. So thank you for joining me, and I'll see you again next time.
Okay.
Okay,
Bye bye.
bye for now. Oh, just a moment. Do you have anything, something to say?
No, ma'am.
I don't know. uh, I'm just concerned about my speaking, and I don't know how much I improved. So I need a suggestion that how that I know that I have the level, this level uh, of speaking. In April 1, I will give my IELTS exam. So I don't know how much I improved my speaking.
Okay,
That
so I
is,
don't know if you have watched IELTS Advantage, Chris Pell. He always suggests that you find a very qualified teacher, not just any teacher for evaluation. It's okay to pay a good amount of money as long as it is worth it. I don't want to give evaluation because uh I don't know, is I just don't feel like it's the right thing to do, because then, for example, if I say this evaluation, for example, I give you like, oh, okay, you are a band 7, so, and then your desired score is band 7, and then you would say, oh, okay, I don't need to improve. And then
that
if
is
I say, oh, you are a band 6, and you feel that your speaking is level 7, you feel like, what what are she telling, what is she telling me? Like, I'm 6, I feel like I'm 7. So you feel discouraged. So I don't wanna do that. But if you pay someone that you trust, for example, uh, like for example, Chris Pell, or let's say Keith. You know Keith, right?
yeah, yeah.
So maybe it's better. And when you pay money, it's also something that you really take seriously because you pay. But if it's just free, then you kind of take it for granted. Okay? But I
Okay,
can give you some suggestions. I can give you some tips that I've learned in speaking. And I only focus on speaking, but we can also talk about other skills off camera. For example, listening or reading, writing. But that's another, um, I will set aside time for that too. Okay, guys? So yeah, that's just my suggestion, Rashid. I can talk to you off camera about your level, but um, my suggestion really is for you to find um, someone is naked behind you, Pranjal. So I think we have to end this.
Okay, ma'am.
Okay.